Hajja Ibrahim is waiting in line at the Zamzam camp in Sudan's North Darfur to receive money. As a farmer, she prefers to earn her living by selling her harvests. But with continuing insecurity across the state, it is very difficult and she is reliant on this aid.
I went to the farm with my kids last and an armed man came. The only thing that came to my mind was that we'd be attacked and my daughter raped. I wasn't afraid of death, I was afraid of being raped. We left our farm and haven't been back since.
There has been conflict in Darfur since 2003, when Darfuri tribes rebelled against the government. That's left the region flooded with arms, even after a peace deal signed in 2020 between the rebel groups and the government. And more than 2 years after the deal, security is still a challenge in the region, with repeated cycles of intercommunal violence and displacement, especially in farming areas. Conflict over farmland is not the only cause of intercommunal violence here. The years of war have seen Arab tribes being armed against the Darfuri tribes, and even if the war has ended, tension between the two sides have not. Herders, who are mostly from the Arab tribes, have been accused of allowing their cattle on farms or grabbing lands, leading to more violence. The head of the Herders and Farmers Commission says those instigating violence do not represent all herders.
It's not about who owns guns and who doesn't. Everyone has weapons, even if some don't admit it. Herders have arms since the war to defend their cattle and wealth. The use may differ from defending yourself and your cattle like most cases, or against individuals like it sometimes happens. Not every farmer is displaced and not every Arab herder is an attacker.
Intercommunal violence displaced more than 900,000 people in the last year alone. Many are in need of aid, but organizations say providing security would help reduce those numbers.
Unfortunately, there is lack of protection of civilians, and the protection of civilians is something that the UN cannot do. We cannot physically provide protection of civilians. We can support, we can advise, we can report on violations. However, this is in the hands of the government. The government ultimately has to do more to improve the lives of the people and provide security.
But in a region still grappling with the effects of years of war, attaining full security may take time. Hiba Morgan, Al Jazeera, North Darfur.